Yeah. The biggest value in this elite trip is not the game. It's the practice. That's been, and there's no timeline on that. You have 10 practices. We watched film today for about 30 minutes on the things that we're going to work on. Did a lot of teaching. Went slow. Make sure our new guys understand our terminology. And just start getting the hang of some of the things we're working on, especially defensively. And then we try to spread them out. Like we're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next week, we're not going to practice. We'll go back to our normal schedule. Coach Bishop will have them in the weight room and then conditioning. And then I have to be on the road recruiting for 3 days next week. And then the following week, we'll come back and go 3 more days. So I think we have it set. We're going to go 3, 3, and 4. The 4 days leading up to when we leave this line to Rome. So we'll have practices 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and we fly out on the 7th.
A few years ago, you mentioned how important the China trip was
Yeah.
for team building. You got some newcomers. You got a lot of guys that are new. How much does that help?
Yeah, I mean, every year, I remember when we lost Damian Dodson. I got the question about how are you going to replace Damian? You guys may take a step back, but I've never looked at it like that. That's the outside looking in. I'm on the inside looking out. I've always thought every time somebody leaves, that's just an opportunity for us to make our team better. The next year we lost Rob Gray, Devin Davis, Wes Van Beek, Arizona. I mean, that's almost 4 starters at one point. Wes started early in the year. And then our goal after that was to make our team better. And this year we're losing 4 starters. Or is it 5? No, 4 isn't it? Galen, Corey, Amani, and Breon. But this trip just happened to fall at the right time. The first trip, we didn't have anything going, so it didn't matter then. It was just, I just wanted to make sure we got on the foreign trip rotation. Because every 4 years you should do this. A lot of teams go to Canada, or down to Costa Rica, or to the Bahamas. Anything outside the continental United States is considered a foreign trip. But we work with our sociology department, and we get 3 credits for this. So, we fly into Rome on we'll get there on the 8th, and we're going to go to the Colosseum, to the Forum, the Basilica, Vatican. Then we're going to go up to Milan and Florence. When I was in the NBA, we'd always have the Euro tournament. Evaluate all the Euro guys that's going to be in the draft. They would all, like we have the combine here in Chicago, we have the Euro tournament in Treviso. We'd fly into Venice and rent a car and drive to Treviso. But I always wanted to go to Rome. So we work with our sociology department, and our kids have to keep a daily journal. They've got to write a 10, 12-page paper. They've got to make a oral presentation, and they got to do a couple other things. So everything that they see and do, they're going to have to. But think about this. I'm 63 years old. I've never been to Rome. Nothing against Canada, but I can go to Windsor. That's on the other side of Detroit. But Rome's different. And these kids, most of these kids will never have an opportunity to do something like this. Just like I never had an opportunity when I was their age. It's a great learning experience. And, the only, like when we went to China, just being in Beijing and Hubei City and just seeing another culture, and they still talk about that. Galen still mentions China to me. Now Galen's talking about how bad the beds were, but I don't think you get over that.
So you said they'll get 3 hours?
3 credits.
3 credits. 3 credits.
Yeah, they're called 3 credits.
Coach, I'm old school.
That's all right.
You mentioned a little bit about the games, you talked about the trip to China. How might this trip affect 4 hours against the year?
well, it's part of team building. You know, it's camaraderie. You know, one of the things I like about it is that, you know, we're going to be on a bus driving around. There's no Wi-Fi. It means they got to take their phones and put it in their bags and pay attention to each other. They're just going to have to have conversations. You know, I still remember the old days where they're singing the Temptations or the OJs, or they're singing the Eagles or whatever. You know, somebody starts up a beat and here we go. You know, everybody's got their, you know, have their phone in their face and they just, but that's a different era. I mean, I get it, I understand that. I look at my phone too. But one of the great things about being in Steiner is how close-knit the team does. It just speeds up that process. So building camaraderie and getting closer, and guys getting to know each other. You know, we got a lot of new guys here. You know, Quentin just got here in, I think a couple weeks ago. You know, they're still getting to know him. Marcus is a freshman. He just got here in June. J1 Robert. So there's a lot of newness still to our team, and this trip really is great for that area. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's too soon for that. I really haven't paid much attention to him as much as I've paid attention to the team. You know, we're still learning how to defend the middle pick and roll or side pick and roll. I'll say this: I think he can be an outstanding defender. You know, he's got great feet, he's got a great body. We're longer, I can tell you that. You know, Nate's 6'5", Dejan's 6'5", Quinn's 6'5", and all three of them are every bit of 6'5". Caleb is about 6'3" and a half. Marcus weighs 200 pounds. Galen got here weighs 174. He's already at 200. You know, he's a strong kid. But you know, we got to continue to. You know, I'm all about developing our depth. You know, you don't beat guys with your first team, you beat guys with your bench. You know, last year, you know, the last 2 years, we've had 7 or 8 or 9 starters. So I've never worried about starting, never cared about it. Because in the end of the day, it's all about us playing good on that night. We finish the game.
Kelvin, next week, the NCAA Academy's coming, kind of a one-stop shop for coaches. Can you kind of talk about what that means to have that here on campus for you and kind of what you can accomplish or what you'd like to, you know, since it's the first year of it?
Yeah, there's no question it's an advantage. But being able to have kids. But I'm anxious to see who's going to come. You know, I know a lot of the higher level kids may or may not come. But there's going to be a lot of college coaches on this campus, you know, in this gym watching games in the other side over at the Fertitta Center. This is going to be a great event for coaches. I mean, there's going to be a lot of good players here. Some that we'll be able to recruit, especially the younger kids. But it's a feather in our cap. Our administration, Chris and Tags and those guys over in the athletic administration have done a great job, along with Shu, my director of ops, Raul. You know, they've all worked together to make this event possible. You know, you don't. Not everybody can do this. But you know, we live in such a great city. From an airport standpoint, you can get anywhere from here. Facility standpoint, it's a huge advantage having facilities we have. But this is a great advantage for us. We're exposing our athletic department at the University of Houston to a lot of young people.